This is a reading from the Notebooks by Maria Valtorta, 1944. I'm going to do two readings, February 21st and February 22nd. On February 21st, the footnote says, "This entry is preceded by the episodes involving Easter dawn, with Mary's lament and prayer, and Jesus appearing to Mary after the resurrection, found in this cycle on the glorification. As you can grasp, while Jesus was commenting on the vision of his encounter with his mother after the resurrection, at the same time he was giving me a view of his resurrection in the tomb, and his meeting with Mary Magdalene. I am utterly blessed as a result, immersed in the light of the risen Christ, a joyful, peaceful light. I could give you the notebook, since from a human viewpoint everything is finished, but the Master tells me that there is still something to be added, and I waited. A little later I say to Jesus, 'What joy, Lord, not to see you suffering any longer in that way, and to see your mother smiling.' And he says, 'But don't abandon yourself to this sweetness. This is not the bread which you should eat, but that of the pain of your God and the tears of Mary. I had to give this vision in advance to offer you the gift I promised, but it is a time of pain, and you must contemplate pain.' Father M., footnote, Father Romualdo Migliorini, see note 1, as regards the task mentioned here, see notes 15 and 150. Father M. wished to have all of this for Easter, but I wanted to be a preparation for Easter for him and for many. Tell him, then, that when I have completed this gift of mine with the final point, he must leave anything else he's working on in the middle and devote himself to this, so that it will be distributed in time. This is my will. Little John," and now this is February the 22nd, and the footnote says, "This entry is preceded in the original notebook by a description of Jesus' apparition to his mother before the Ascension, and the commentary dictated on this episode to be found in the glorification cycle. Little John, be patient. There is nothing else. And let us also do this other thing to content your director and carry out the work." It will be clear from what follows that reference is being made to work connected with spiritual needs at that time, aside from the overall composition of the major opus on the Gospel. "I want this work to be handed in tomorrow, Ash Wednesday. I want you to have finished this labor, because I want to have you suffer with me. Let us go far, far back. Let us return to the temple, where I engaged in discussion at age 12. Indeed, let us go back to the roads leading to Jerusalem, and from Jerusalem to the temple." The dictation continues uninterruptedly with considerations on Mary's sorrow over losing sight of Jesus, to be found in the preparation cycle. Now pay close attention to what I say. I want this set of texts to be arranged in the following way. First sorrow, the presentation in the temple. Second sorrow, the stay in the land of Egypt. Third sorrow, my disappearing in the temple. Fourth sorrow, the death of Saint Joseph. Fifth sorrow, my farewell in Nazareth. Then the dictation on February the 10th, 1944. Sixth sorrow, the description of the vision on February 13th. 4 points. The synagogue, the house in Nazareth, Jesus' preaching in the synagogue, and the conversation with his mother after having fled from Nazareth. Seventh sorrow, the vision on February 14th, then the dictation on February 15th, then the dictation on February 16th. Eighth sorrow, the Paschal Supper. Ninth sorrow, the Passion, taking the vision on February 11th, 1944, and connecting it with the one on February 18th. 10th sorrow, the burial of Jesus, February 19th, then the vision and dictation on February 20th, the vision and dictation on February 22nd, as far as the point which is marked in this way. There follows a sort of large asterisk, which is also found at the end of the dictation following the episode of the apparition to his mother. As far as the point which is marked this way, the other dictation on Jesus being found again in the temple should be set in its proper place under the heading of the third sorrow. Father, the reference one again is to Father Migliorini, shall first prepare the usual collection of texts for himself and for you, and you shall correct it so that not even one mistake will remain. He shall then prepare the copies he wants for others. Every vision should, of course, be accompanied by its dictation. Father wanted all of this for Easter. I wanted it to prepare for Easter. And I'm having you hand it in today, since it is already 4:30 a.m. on Ash Wednesday, the first day of Lent. Get to work, children, and blessed be you, and blessed be those who accept the gift with simplicity of heart and faith. The fire that Father was hoping for today will be set aflame in them. The world will not change in its brutality. It is too corrupt. But they will be consoled by it, and will feel the thirst for God, which is an impetus towards sanctity growing within them. Go in peace, little John. Your Jesus thanks and blesses you.